Hi, this is Greg from Sandyford Personal Training in Dublin. It's the second week of January, and no doubt that some of you have already started your health and fitness regime. But do you know that there's so much information in the media right now? Like even today, in 2 national papers here in Ireland, there was information on different diets, different exercise, different regimes, and across the board for the whole of the week, every media outlet in the country will be supplying information on nutrition, on health, on weight loss. Every expert will come out of the woodwork, and every celebrity Snapchatter, blogger and Insta personal trainer will be out there right now, and they're going to be telling you what you should be doing to lose weight. I want to now go through some facts and fiction and let you know what really works and what I 100% stand by here in Synergise, with over 250 case studies to prove that what we do works. Now, here's the first thing that you need to realize. So a lot of the information that you were told, okay, is fiction. There is very little actual concrete research, science-based facts out there. So let's just go through a few things that the information and the advice that you're being told right now, and let's see, is it fact or is it fiction? So, according to the conventionally dietitians and nutritional advice, the government guidelines, the HSC, and a lot of personal trainers, they're telling you that eating carbs does not mean you gain weight. Well, I think they are all wrong. Here's the problem. Most people cannot handle more than 50 grams of carbohydrate per day without storing into body fat. Unless you are very sensitive to insulin and you can tolerate carbohydrates really, really well, and you're trying to lose weight, carbohydrates is going to hold you back. And here's the problem. It's insulin resistance versus insulin sensitivity. A piece of bread is 20 grams of carbohydrate. If you have a sandwich or 2 pieces of bread and a filling, you've at least 40 grams of carbs that you're going to have there. Let's say then you have a Coke or a lemonade or any other type of soda with sugar in it, and in those sugary drinks there's nearly 30 grams of sugar in those. So that means at one meal you've got a soft drink and you've got a sandwich, nearly 70 grams of carbohydrate, and that's just at lunchtime. And then you might have had some kind of cereal for breakfast, again another 30 or 40 grams of carbohydrate. At night time you might have rice or pasta dish, another 50 or 60 grams of carbohydrate. So that's nearly 150 to 200 grams of carbs in one day. Here's another fictional fact that we are told, that eating sugar does not cause diabetes. Well, unfortunately, this is absolute fiction. I wish it wasn't, because I love sugar and I love chocolate. But hey, eating sugar will cause diabetes if it's in excess and for long enough. Now, it might take between 3 and 8 years to happen, but at some point, if you keep on eating sugar in excess all the time, at some point you will develop diabetes. Research clearly shows, and I can show you examples of over 150,000 people who have reduced the sugar content and basically reversed their diabetes. If you cannot handle sugar really, really well, and you are constantly feeding the system, you're feeding your body sugar all the time, eventually it will turn it to body fat. The body can only store 5 grams of glucose in the bloodstream. So if you consume more than 5 grams of glucose, this gets converted into glycogen. Now, you can only store between 300 and 500 grams of glycogen in your body. It is stored in the liver and in the muscles. Now, this also depends on how well trained an individual you are. Like a full-time elite athlete can store up to 500 grams of glycogen in the liver and in the muscles, and an untrained individual could be as low as 300. So if you're constantly eating sugar every single day and you're top on those glycogen stores up, at some point they're going to overflow and they're going to be converted into fat in the liver. And once it's converted into fat in the liver, at some point it's going to then deposit those fat stores into your own fat stores. So again, let's just go through this. More than 5 grams of glucose gets converted to glycogen. More than 300 to 500 grams of glycogen gets converted to fat in the liver. At some point the liver will overload and turn your body fat, increase your body fat stores. So if you keep on constantly eating sugar, you get more insulin resistance. Okay, your body can't handle it, and eventually this can turn into diabetes. And contrary to popular belief, diabetes is not primarily caused by obesity. It is primarily caused because of insulin resistance. There are many, many cases now where we have people who are at a nominal weight and they have diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So it's important to know that sugar will, in excess, cause diabetes at some point in your near future. Now, if you're like me and you've got insulin resistance, then if you eat too much sugar and too much carbs, you won't be able to lose weight. It's a physical impossibility. If you are insulin resistant, this means that anything more than 50 grams of carbs a day means that you'll actually either maintain the weight that you are, or you will gain weight. You will not lose weight. Now, there are a small percentage of the population who are insulin sensitive, and they tend to be very highly trained individuals, someone who's been lean all their life, or someone who has very, very good genetics. Now, if that's like me, I have really bad genetics. I have been obese myself multiple times over the last 20 years. But I've now found that if I keep my carbs under 50 grams per day, I can stay quite healthy and I can keep my weight at the level that I am very happy with. And hopefully you will too. So this is Gregg Marsh from Synergise Personal Training in Bellarmine. If you have any comments and questions, please post these below, or you can contact us at synergise.ie and I'll be happy to help. See you next time.